What's going on, guys? Andrew Kamisa here with the Toronto Staraptors, and for week number 5 we are going up against the league commissioner Tyler Kenny, coach of the Silver City Sandslashes, I believe, and he's currently 4-0, which does not bode well for us because we're only 3-1. So like we just suck compared to him, but we can definitely win. The matchup again is pretty even, I'd say. Nothing really stands out, or no one's team really stands out as having the clear advantage, which is good. I like those weeks. Last week versus Ricky, I didn't think anybody had a clear advantage, but the week before that versus Nate, I thought I had a very clear advantage because Haxorus clearly just matched up fantastic versus his team. But this week is pretty even, and just looking at his team, he has the Tapu Lele, which is really scary. That's his Z captain, and then his assistant captain is Greninja. So those things I have to watch out for Z moves for. If Greninja's running like Poisonium Z Gunk Shot, he could kill this. If he has Icium Z Sub-Zero Slammer and I've taken a little bit of damage, he could kill this. So Greninja could be a little bit of an issue. Also, if you didn't know, Greninja has to have Torrent in this league. It can't have Protein. So because of that, I'm not super worried about Greninja, but it definitely could be an issue. And yeah, Tapu Lele, I doubt he's gonna run it choiced. Because if he does, then he really can't comfortably click a Psychic type attack because I have a Psychic Resist and a Psychic Immunity. This is a Psychic Resist, but it's really not gonna hold up. So I don't think that's going to be choiced. I think that's actually going to be his Z captain, and it's probably going to be Twinkle Tackle or Shattered Psyche. So that could be an issue. But Specs Keldeo outspeeds it and blows it away with Hydro Pump after Rocks. I mean, after Rocks, I think it is a guaranteed kill if I remember correctly. So, and originally I was going to run Sticky Webs, but I just found that all my Pokemon were missing out on kills by just a little bit, and obviously Stealth Rock alleviates that. Like, for Volcarona, +1 Firium Z Fire Blast with Stealth Rocks up has an 81% chance to kill Flygon, which it's pretty significant because if I don't have Rocks up, then it's like a 50-50 shot, and I don't like dealing with that kind of roll. But 80% is clearly in my favor. So just little things like that Rocks help. Plus he has Skarmory, which it could break the sturdy on Skarmory. It's going to chip Arcanine for a lot because I really want to kill that thing before I try to sweep with Volcarona because I don't want it to have like Choice Banded Extreme Speed or something like that. So that's definitely something to worry about. But yeah, he does have Arcanine, Skarmory. Raikou could be a little bit of an issue, although Assault Vest this can eat anything that he goes for. And I have Earthquake, so if it happens to be Calm Mind, I could still break its substitutes and kill that. He's got a Heracross, that could be a little bit troublesome, but for the most part, I think Mandibuzz can handle that and prevent it from getting out of hand. Flygon, again, I could kill that thing with Volcarona if I set up. Starmie outspeeds and kills with Ice Beam. It can't kill Tangrowth, and Tangrowth can whittle it down. Keldeo just blows it away with Hydro Pump. This can explode on it, and +1 Stone Edge from Flygon, because it does get Dragon Dance this gen, does about like a little over 50% to Mandibuzz with max defense investment, but it only has like a 50% chance to 2-hit KO, and Foul Play if the Flygon has set up a Dragon Dance, after rocks, I believe, is almost a guaranteed kill. So that's pretty cool. So Mandibuzz can take that on decently well. Blastoise, also a really bulky Pokemon. I have Grass Knot on Starmie to try to snipe that, and Gastrodon and Mamoswine. So, but if that happens to be like a Salt Vest or something, that could be a little bit tricky. But I'm actually not expecting him to bring Blastoise. Celebi, I'm not too worried about, because the water types that it would be meant to check just get destroyed by Hidden Power Bug and Ice Beam respectively. Volcarona can't set up on it. Mandibuzz can hit it super effectively. This thing can hit it. Yeah, so Celebi just isn't going to have the best time versus my team. Gastrodon, again, a little bit annoying for Keldeo, because I have to click Secret Sword and then he has on top of Lele. But for Starmie, I mean, Starmie could come in, it doesn't really worry about Toxic because it's got Natural Cure. Grass Knot will just destroy that thing. Lycanroc, not too worried about that, because it can't break through Tangrowth at all, and then my water types, like specifically Keldeo, outspeed it and kill it. Mismagius, that could be a little bit of an issue, but I have Mandibuzz, and I have Keldeo, which is faster. Starmie's faster. Volcarona can set up on it because it likes to burn things and hex things. That's how it uses it usually. Kricketune going to be annoying because of sticky webs, but I do have Azelf to try to prevent sticky webs from going up with Taunt, and I could get up my own rocks. I have Knockoff to hit the Mismagius. I guess he could run Mental Herb maybe instead of Focus Sash, but I don't think he would do that, because I feel like if he's running Kricketune, he'd probably run Focus Sash Kricketune. And finally, Licky Licky. I mean, this thing's kind of an issue, but it can't stop my Volcarona sweep unless my Z-move has been used up. And, I mean, usually there's Sword Stance, which Mandibuzz kills with Foul Play. Plus I have Keldeo that's faster and blows it away with a Spec Secret Sword. And also, keep in mind, Secret Sword also does like 30% to Tapu Lele, despite being quad resisted. So, with that in mind, if rocks are up and I get a good Secret Sword on it, it's really not a good switch in after that. So, what I'm really looking for is to let Keldeo try to plow through his team early game, and then clean up with Starmie and Volcarona at the end. And I have a good anti-lead in Azelf, and I have two really solid defensive Pokemon in the back. So it's a really good balance team. I really like using balance because it's, in my opinion, the easiest play style to use. And this match coming up is going to be a tough one, I'm not going to lie, but I think we have a decent shot at winning. I think I prepped really well. I did my speed EVs correctly this time. Starmie's actually max speed this time. This is max speed. Yeah, so this is the only like really weird set that I'm running. Everything else is pretty standard. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'm really excited for this match though, because TK is a really good player, and I wanted to play him for an official match since the season started. So we'll see how that goes, and I will see you at the match, which is going to be post-commentated because I can't actually live comment tomorrow. But anyway, I'll see you guys there. What is going on, guys? Andrew Kamisa here for week number 5 of the PSL versus the Silver City Sandslashes, coached by Tyler Kenny, who is the league commissioner. This is actually the day after the battle. And let me switch sides real quick. Or I can't until I start the battle. But this was a really funny match because I was just destroyed drunk. And I wasn't destroyed drunk playing Armory, but I definitely had some in my system. and I actually did really well versus him. So going into it, I was like, well, maybe it'll help me. Maybe I'll loosen up. Maybe I won't worry about predictions that I'm trying to make. I'll just go with my gut. And it actually kind of worked out that way. So I'm just going to get into the battle, and you'll see how it ends up. And let me switch sides. So he leads with Skarmory, and I have the hidden power bug on this Keldeo, but I figured Scald was my safest play, because if he stayed in to like get up hazards or even Brave Bird, I can break his sturdy, potentially burn him. And I was in no rush to go for the HP bug on the Celebi because it wasn't like that threatening to my team. And yeah, I had switches for the Celebi, and I feel like if I kept switching out versus it, he'd be more inclined to keep bringing it in against Keldeo. So that's why I wasn't too eager to click Hidden Power Bug super early. So I go for Scald, and he goes into Celebi, and I switch out as he goes for the U-turn on my M&M, my Tangrowth, and he goes back into Skarmory. I'm going to go straight out into Volcarona, predicting him to go for Rocks and just go straight for the Fire Blast. He has, like, nothing really wants to switch in, and he always has that fear that I'm going to set up. So he did go for the Whirlwind, which I think was the correct play, because he guaranteed to live with Sturdy, and he would phase me out if I tried to set up, and getting phased out, I would take 50% from Rocks. So I get phased out into Mandibuzz, go for the foul play against his Greninja, who comes in, and then I go into Tangrowth on that Greninja, and he goes for Ice Beam. He can't kill me with the next one, so he's going right back out into Celebi, and I'm going to go for the Giga Drain, get a tiny little bit of health back, and I know he's going to U-turn here, and I know he can't really do anything, so I'm going to go for the knockoff, and that's actually going to take out the Skarmory, which is really helpful. But now I do have to switch out with Tangrowth because I kind of need this thing for the Greninja, and I needed a decent amount of health. So I go into Azelf. It's not super useful, and I just go right for the Explosion, get a ton of damage off on this Blastoise. And from here, I can go into Mandibuzz and go for the Defog. He actually takes that and attempts to set up with Licky Licky, and I honestly figured he would be rest, so but I thought he'd be Swords Dance, so I went for the foul play before the Toxic. I probably should have gone for Toxic first, but I'm whittling him down. Here he reveals the rest, which I think he revealed it a turn too early, but oh no, but he was Toxic, so maybe not. And I go straight for the Toxic again. What that's going to do is force him to go for the rest. And he crits me there with the Ice Punch. So I end up going for the Roost as he curses, I believe. No, he goes for the Body Slam and gets the Para. And go for another foul play. He goes for another Curse. And here, like, I know for a fact he's going to rest because Toxic's starting to rack up, like, real bad. So I go straight out into my Specs Keldeo. He is at +3 defense, but I am Specs. It is super effective, and he's guaranteed to sleep for 2 turns. I do crit. That crit definitely mattered, but it wasn't that big of a deal because if he switched out, he would have lost his boost, and he would still have to be asleep for 2 turns. So it really didn't make a difference. Go for the Giga Drain here, and he ends up living with his whatever berry that was, and yeah, it's fine. I go into Mandibuzz and I'm able to roost off this damage, and I believe I predicted him to go into Greninja here, but I didn't go for Toxic because I didn't want it to miss the Blastoise if he stayed in, and I wanted to just guarantee the kill. But I go for Toxic here, put this thing on a timer, and because, like, right, if this is Toxic, I could sack things to this and not have to worry about it. I know Extra Sensory is not going to kill without Protein, and I know HP Bug is going to kill the Blastoise. It's going to break a potential Sash on Mamoswine. It'll kill the Celebi coming in, and it'll kill the Greninja. So it was a really easy move to click there, and I end up basically killing the Celebi. So and he ends up sacking his Blastoise there. Now he's in with Mamoswine. I think he actually turned out to be Scarfed. But I go into Tangrowth, and then I double out into Starmie so that I could take an Ice move, because I did not yet know that he was Scarf, and I actually didn't think Dark Pulse would kill because he didn't show Life Orb. So I guess he was Expert Belt, or maybe not. Maybe that just killed straight up because Starmie isn't like too bulky. I just didn't really expect that to kill for some reason. But that being said, I really didn't have a good switch in because I wanted my Tangrowth to be at the highest amount of health possible. I didn't want to risk going into Keldeo straight up. So I figured it was best to sack Starmie anyway. And I end up going into Tangrowth here. I know for a fact he can't kill me with anything, so Giga Drain is the obvious play. It's going to do a ton to Mamoswine. It's going to kill the Greninja. And here I go straight out into Volcarona because, and this is where I find out he's Scarfed because he did outspeed my Volcarona, but I knew I could take the Ice attack. Even if he went for Earthquake, I would live, and now knowing he was Scarfed, he would have outsped and killed me with the second one, but me not knowing he was Scarfed during the match, I figured I could go into Volcarona, take the Ice move, and then click Giga Drain to kill this and the incoming Greninja. But I do end up living the next Icicle Crash because I resist it, obviously, and I'm able to go for the Giga Drain, get a little bit of health back. He goes for Water Shuriken with Greninja. I'm not sure why, because that could have missed out on the kill. Oh, although I guess that was his only thing to hit me with, or it could have been. I'm not sure. But I could go right into Tangrowth, take that Ice Beam like a champ, and finish this match off with a Giga Drain. So I'm really happy with my prep. I don't think I could have won while drunk without the prep I put in. I mean, I really think I did just a fantastic job building this team. The HP bug on Keldeo was really huge because otherwise I wouldn't be able to break through that Celebi. And I know Keldeo like didn't actually do too much in this game. I think it only killed Blastoise. But that being said, like just it would have done a ton. Oh, it killed Licky too. But it would have done so much work, like just chilling in the back. Like just having it put so much pressure on him. And that's what I'm finding. Like Keldeo is always a really good mon for putting pressure on your opponent, but that HP bug definitely came in clutch. I just nailed that Celebi super hard, which helped me win. And I think I played Volcarona really smart. I didn't actually end up going for a sweep, but I was basically able to kill the Skarmory, or put it in range for Tangrowth to kill it. And I kept it healthy in the back to save for Mamoswine. So I don't know. I think I played really well despite being intoxicated. I'm really happy that I beat TK because now I'm 4-1, and he is also 4-1. So I don't know how the current standings are right now, but I'm definitely up there. I'm doing well, and I'm just killing it this season. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this post-commentated battle. I thought it was best to do it post-com versus live-com, because obviously now post-com, the day after, I'm not intoxicated anymore, and I could give a more educated, more coherent post-commentation on this match. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and be sure to check out the other contributors to this channel, TK and Tyler with an A, and Paul, I guess, if you consider him a contributor. And definitely make sure to like the video and subscribe if you like this content. But until next time, until next week, until the next team builder and match, I will see you guys later.